he's back. And for a moment, it almost feels like everything you once waited for has finally arrived. The message, the shift, the version of him you used to imagine when things were quiet and uncertain. And maybe, for a second, you feel that familiar pull in your chest, that instinct to move toward him, to close the distance, to make it real this time. But something stops you. Not fear, not resistance, just awareness. Because you're not the same person you were when he left. And the moment he steps back into your space, he feels that immediately. Not because of anything you say, but because your energy is no longer reaching for him. Before, when he would come close, there was a part of you that leaned in without even thinking. A part of you that softened instantly, that wanted to believe this time would be different, that maybe now he would stay. But now, you don't rush. You don't collapse into the moment. You don't try to hold on to it before it has the chance to breathe. You just stay where you are and observe. You notice how he shows up. You notice what feels aligned. You notice what doesn't. And instead of reacting, you allow space. Space for clarity. Space for truth. Space for things to reveal themselves without you forcing anything into place. And this is where everything begins to shift. Because this moment, right here, is where most people lose themselves again. It doesn't look like losing yourself at first. It feels like excitement, relief, hope. But underneath that is the same old pattern trying to come back online. The urge to give more than what's being met. The urge to secure the connection before it slips again. The urge to adjust yourself so this time it works, and you feel it, even now. That quiet pull to move toward him just a little more, to respond a little faster, to soften just a little more than you actually feel, to make things easier, to make things flow. But instead, you pause. You come back into your body. You breathe. You let the moment exist without trying to control it, because you've learned something now. Connection that requires you to abandon yourself isn't connection. So even as he stands in front of you again, you stay with yourself. You don't over-explain your feelings. You don't overextend your energy. You don't try to create closeness before it's naturally there. You let things build, or not build, on their own. And that restraint, that quiet self-respect, is something he's never felt from you before. Because before, you were available in a way that made things easy for him. Your energy filled the gaps. Your presence carried the connection. Your willingness to stay, even when things were unclear, kept the door open. But now, you're still open. Just not in the same way. Now your openness has structure. It has boundaries. It has self-awareness. And he can feel that difference immediately. He notices it in the way you respond. You're warm, but you're not over-giving. You're present, but you're not attaching. You're engaged, but you're not leaning forward trying to pull him closer. There's no pressure coming from you anymore. And for the first time, that creates pressure inside of him. Because he doesn't feel your energy holding the connection in place. He feels space, real space, the kind that makes things clear, the kind that reflects truth back to him. And in that space, he starts to feel something he didn't expect. Uncertainty. Not about you. About whether he can meet you where you are now. Because you're no longer meeting him where he used to be. You've moved internally, energetically, emotionally. And now, he has to decide if he can rise to that. But your job is not to help him get there. And this is where you stay grounded. Because the moment he returns, there's a subtle temptation to guide things, to support him, to help him get it, to make the transition smoother. But you don't do that anymore. You let him show you who he is, without interference, without coaching, without compensating. You stay in your life, you keep your routines, you keep your structure, you keep your priorities intact. You don't rearrange everything just because he's back. You let him meet you inside the life you've already built. And that's what stabilizes you. Not distance, not avoidance, but self-containment. You're no longer spilling your energy outward. You're holding it, living inside it, rooted in it. So when you speak to him, you're not speaking from longing, you're speaking from presence. When you respond, you're not responding from urgency, you're responding from clarity. And when you feel something, you let yourself feel it fully, without immediately acting on it. That's the difference now. You trust yourself enough to pause. You trust yourself enough to observe. You trust yourself enough to not rush into something just because it finally showed up. And this changes everything, because now you're not trying to make something happen. You're letting something reveal itself. And that means you start to see clearly. You see if his actions match his words. You see if his energy is consistent. You see if he's actually present or just temporarily pulled back in. And instead of ignoring what you see, you honor it, even if it's not what you hoped for. Because your standard has changed. Your relationship with yourself has changed. And that means your tolerance for misalignment has changed too. So even as he gets closer, even as things begin to open again, you don't lose yourself in the possibility of what this could be. You stay anchored in what it actually is, moment by moment, interaction by interaction, energy by energy. And if it aligns, you allow it to deepen, naturally, without force, without fear, without rushing ahead. And if it doesn't, you don't collapse, you don't chase, you don't try to fix it. You let it be what it is, and you stay where you are, in yourself. That's what grounded looks like. It's not cold, it's not distant, it's not guarded, it's present, aware, steady, and deeply self-connected. So when he looks at you now, he doesn't just see someone he can come back to. He sees someone he can lose, not through drama, not through conflict, but through your ability to remain whole, with or without him. And that's what changes him. That's what shifts the dynamic. That's what makes this moment different from every time before. He's back. But this time, you're not the one who has to hold everything together. You're not the one who has to make it work. You're not the one who has to stay no matter what. You're the one who stays with yourself. And from that place, everything becomes clear. Whether he rises or whether you move forward without him, either way, you don't lose, because this time you didn't lose yourself.